Hello everyone, it's Nort, and I got something new for you guys. The Stanley Parable. And if you haven't heard of it, stick with it. You'll love it. It's hilarious. If you have heard of it, then you know. It's a ridiculous game. It's not an action game. It's more of a story game. It doesn't really make sense at times, and it's narrated, and it's really funny. It's using the Half-Life engine, and it's great. And look, hey, look, it's 1,000 mirrors of a window monitor there. Anyways, okay, I'm just gonna start, sit back, and enjoy. Okay, well, maybe I'll talk while it's loading, but it's a very good game. Very good. It's very good. Very. Oh, here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, that's me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
One finger,
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh,
No
no!
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so he'll narrate what I have to do, but you don't have to do what he wants you to do, per se. Oh, what's that noise? You know, I know that that's a keyboard stroke, but like if I huddled in the corner like this and went like this.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
I didn't realize
He had
I'm making
never
a
been trained for
decision.
that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
What?
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I
wanna
can be
leave.
happy forever.
No.
I will be happy.
Not forever.
Stanley waited. Hours passed.
What?
Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
What?
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Oh my god.
Here it comes.
What? This is very Hitchhiker's Guide. Okay. Alright, I'm free.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is that...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Why does this person have an old school phone? Who farted? Set it on the mug. Okay. No one here?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, thanks, narrator. Okay. I guess no one's around. Awaiting input. I don't know. Let me put input. Put it in. Do it. Have her go. What? What? Don't you beep at me. Okay, well. There's a phone in a box. It's a phone in a box. I hate Mondays. Meh. Someone escaped. Look. Okay. Trigonometry? What is it? Graphs? Bridge building. That's what it looked like.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't want to go to the one on the left?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
See, you don't have to do what he says.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Can I get a Coke?
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Really? There's nothing I can do? Okay, moving on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Penalty for misuse, penalty for jumping. So penalty for dying.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Nah.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
you got a
someone
problem
you've
with that?
been neglecting, Stanley.
How did we...
Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh, no.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been
room.
waiting.
Who's she?
That's
Oh
her,
my
Stanley.
god.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay. I was afraid I was going to get a jump scare. I live in apartment 426.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
I'll put a loaf in your oven.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa! Whoa!
Gotcha.
Oh, you fucking
come
asshole.
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't trust you.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee. Press B.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
They're making me do his work.
Pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that
God.
he's chosen this life.
That's true. What if I don't want to press it?
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Oh, yeah.
And behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh my god. Press E to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off
that
the
just
face
happened.
of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Yeah, so press 0 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
Yeah,
And
I did.
last choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
Okay.
The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yeah.
As he wandered
What?
through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
What?
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called
baby?
it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over
I don't
and over,
have kids.
wishing beyond hope that it would
no
never
room for
end,
kids
that he might
here.
always
Come
feel
on.
this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps
Sure.
if he played just one more time.
Oh, lovey schnurkums.
But there is no answer.
Whoa!
How could there possibly be? In reality,
Oh,
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
He hates
Nothing has
Mondays,
changed.
too.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The
Okay.
more he forgets which life
How-
is the real one.
Move the chair. Press X to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He
No.
won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I won't do it. Just to prove him wrong. 'Cause I don't take that sass, Mr. Narrator. Oh, do I have to? Maybe I have to. I'll wait another few seconds. And I'll just hang out in my nice office with my big letters 427 on it. But it wasn't her house. It was my house. So why was he telling me to make a decision about it? Farthead. Oh, whatever. Press
You
it.
see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at
How do you-
himself?
Press the
I
question.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the
Yeah.
same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once
Press
more
button.
to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
Oh,
Maybe
8
this
minutes
time.
have gone by.
And I tried again.
Please
And Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading! Okay, so I'm back.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain
Fuck is
started.
on these screens?
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
No. Yeah, I can't see shit out these windows. What is this? Raccoon City? Whatever it is. Raccoon? Something? 420. I'm a pothead. This computer still says nothing. You know that? Ha 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 ha. Turn them off. I don't want to see this. Oh, maybe it requires input every term. Every time someone spilled their mug on the ground. I don't know what it says. It looks like it says EL. It says fuel. Probably. Okay, 2 doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, let's do it. I don't know why that benefited me, because I did what he said.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so termination Tuesdays, marketing Mondays, we're broke Wednesdays, mergers on Thursdays, and Pranking floors meeting. What to do about 432? Didn't we just go by that? Office party, pre-review of weekly review. 8 bird. This box is too small. Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Okay. What does this one say? Standard graphs 40 times wide. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of the future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. I just have to get Chris out of the broom closet then. Write down next day's agendas. Reflect. Jim? I need to get Chris out of the broom closet. What are your dreams about? Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. And don't get fired. Synergize. Cost value expenditures. Shift global. Monetize. Free to play. Yeah, seriously, eh? What is hot? Target teenagers. Is there anything? What? No colored in segment. God. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy. More things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. That's about right. Okay. We need to get Chris out of here. Chris!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Chris was here! They couldn't get him out. No!
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's do it. Oh. I thought it was going to go on forever. This is a swanky office. I want to poop in a good bathroom. Hey, open the door.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Seriously?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. Oh. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845,
but of course,
that's it?
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I just want everyone to know that this painting is called Sewage Lilies. Then I am the most expensive boss. And then Carte Blanche.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
No.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Where's the keypad? 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Okay, so what does that do?
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What? I think for the most expensive boss in the world, you'd have this finished. Look, there's some Owens Corning fiberglass insulation right here. I don't like that. What's this? Refrigerator? Look, it's a big 8-track. For the kids who don't know what an 8-track is, just assume it's going to go down. Okay, it's pretty slow. Oh, loading, 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 loading.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now? when for years
Maybe
it
because
had never occurred to him.
my boss has
This
a
question would not go
hero
unanswered for
elevator.
long.
What's this? This is very
Stanley walked
Half-Life-y,
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
but there's an escape. You know, out of the two choices, Mind Control Facility seems much more interesting. I don't like walking on things in the dark. Okay, what's this?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Lawnmower Man.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Don't have to be mind controlled. Half of us are brain dead. Okay, turn on the cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
432.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, doesn't mean nothing, but next to it,
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
What am
be
I?
true.
4,
Had Stanley really been under
27?
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
Red
blindly?
writing on one screen. Probably.
No. He refused to believe it.
very
He
Hitchhiker's
couldn't
Guide
accept
now.
it. His own life in someone else's
Pirate!
control.
There's a
Never.
pirate.
It was unthinkable,
Oh,
wasn't
there's a
it?
fired guy.
Was it even possible? Had
Yeah,
he truly
maybe.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Potentially.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
Offline.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
What?
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Or control everyone. What do you mean? What? 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 Where am I going? What is this? Oh, I guess those ones aren't on. Power facility. 3! I found it! No? Maybe I gotta turn them all on. I didn't realize there was more. I wish I could run. 3. Hey. What? I want to turn it on though. Am I missing a number? Is there any more? Oh, there's more power buttons. That's it. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. So there's a 4 somewhere. Ah. 0, 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1. 2, 1. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. God damn it, Stanley Parable. 4. There we go. That's a better sound. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. The only number that I see is 521 and 01421. That doesn't make any sense to me. I know there's gonna be somebody who watches and is like, "Bam, you didn't reroute the router." Waiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yeah? Why not?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Yeah.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Sweet.
Not long until detonation then. Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
What?
your time to shine.
I can't even
are
run.
The star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
There's a door.
Where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where
What's
to
this?
start. What's
I don't...
that? You'd like
What?
to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood.
Press any
You're gonna
key.
die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
power
what happened to
surge.
them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
3.
free.
Press 3.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times,
3.
I let the office sink into the ground,
I
swallowing
pressed
everyone
3.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
10.
Watching you try to make sense
Purple.
of everything,
2.
take back the
Woo!
control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Where is it?
But I'm
2.
sure whatever I
2.
come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what?
Where's
Stay
2?
with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I don't know what
Dear
a...
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Yes!
what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Uh-oh.
Stanley.
I don't like this
You're
anymore.
in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No
Okay.
ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will
What?
you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will
Why?
you let it go
What?
peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to
There's
me.
no
all a part of the
choice
journey.
to make.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
That's it? I heard nuclear blasts are quick. Like you don't even feel it. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Oh my god, I'm back.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Shirley, and don't call me Shirley. I don't like decisions.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Probably.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, let's do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But I can go down. Where are we going? Anyone?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
But
He wanted to
Stanley.
wander about and
I
get
did.
even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Messing with me!
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right,
he's
left,
checking.
down,
He's checking his
left,
notes.
right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This
Yes,
story
yes.
is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Is that the compliment truck? That's the compliment truck. Brings compliments.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Really? No. Oh, I thought it typed something.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Seriously.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're actually going to start from the beginning? No, it's not the beginning, because that computer's not on. Okay, so we'll...
When Stanley... Wait, what? No.
Yes.
No,
Why?
I restarted. I swear I definitely
No, you
restarted the game over.
Didn't
completely fresh.
restart it!
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah, butthead.
Right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
What?
Let's find the story.
Okay. Let's go and find it. Let's go have a look-see. I'm not very good at mazes. Didn't I just... Didn't I just... But I didn't... Oh, God.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No!
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Good God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I doubt it. Okay. Let's get to that meeting room.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Oh, it's
Why don't
worse.
we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
It's worse. What did we miss? There's nothing to miss. The fuel, the Mondays that I hate. What? I didn't turn that off? What? How far back do you want me to go?
I knew we'd miss something.
Where the fuck
story.
am I?
Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh my god.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
It's just one of these.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay! I
know
win!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Sure.
Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
No.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
You see, you may think that this is restarting.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Oh, my
Just
God.
follow the line. How simple is that?
What if I don't? I just find it funny because he legitimately it's like he can't trust me and he knows it. So do I follow the line? All right. Up. Someone's playing solitaire. The Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Yes.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Follow
it's
it
over
around the
in
mess.
this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Onward,
Nope.
Stanley.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by
No.
the act of moving forward,
getting-
are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
That's how I
You
feel.
know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
007.
lighten the mood.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This game is an aneurysm. For fuck's sakes. Corporate imbalances, consolidation reports. Like, music is inspirational.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh,
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't
my
want to miss
God.
anything.
what? Why? Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yep.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this...
Oh, for-
no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. He's not talking this time.
You
Maybe
know
he's...
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Exactly.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure. What
Now,
if you-
yes,
Oh,
this
yes.
is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Exciting,
Well, it could
yes.
be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Not
Use your imagination.
walking.
Whatever
in-
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What? What? Huh? Okay. 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 The thing about that, I don't like shit that trips me out. That trips me out. That trips me out a lot.
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh, God.
Stanley,
I
I'd also
fucking-
like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
broke
lines
all
or
the
monitor
lights.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Woo. Adventure Line had some drinking. Look at it. Look at him. Look, breaking through the tiles and shite. Uh-oh.
Ah, a choice. We
A
get to make
choice.
a decision. From
Yes.
here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Yeah,
In
that
fact,
sounds
I
motivating.
believe I need a minute to think here. Just
Oh,
walk
God.
in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Yep.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on
I'm
the
getting
right
dizzy.
is the correct one.
Sure.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny
Come,
awaits.
Stanley. Let's do it. What?
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? Am I
Nonsense.
supposed to restart the game
philosophy and
eight times? That's really how
Oh,
all
geez,
this
eh?
goes?
The narrator's gone
It's all
after a long time.
determined?
Stanley dies.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Forgets about
My
the
mind goes
previous-
blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
you broke something.
whatever it is that made this schedule?
Both
How would
doors
we
led
even
here, by the way.
know? Will someone come for us?
Yeah, I
Will
doubt
something
it.
happen?
I doubt it. Look at the end.
So, okay.
The game
I guess now we
restarts
just
on
wait.
its own.
You know,
On its own.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you
This is a-
agree?
there's a
I'm not quite
chair
sure
for
if
me.
we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Guess so.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if
Ah! Maybe that was the game restarting on its own. Oh, see?
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, mindfuck aside.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Oh, 413. Hey, buddy. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Chris? Chris ain't there. Hey, he ain't there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why not take the elevator? Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I think that was the code,
Stanley
right?
was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, this game. It is relaxing music. Is this really
Feeling
new?
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah. We've been here before. We've done this before. We vetted it already. Okay. Okay, so far, I have no idea what this game is about. I do know I have been here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
At this point,
At this
this
point,
is my life.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Let's do it. This is it. The final goodbye. You want to make a bet I wake up in the office? No? Okay. Ow.
As
I
the
didn't...
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was
Die.
inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a
Is it gonna
plum.
smush it?
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Really? Up!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed
Hit.
every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
We have a new narrative. What? I found it!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Seriously.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Jesus, that's grim. Holy shit, that's grim. What do these say? Blueprint. Passage to the 2 doors. Built. Altered throughout the development. Okay. Nature paintings. Hello. The office. Yeah, that's it. The 2 doors. Very first concrete piece, which is design. Once the room was created. And an exploration of the contradiction of this room is posed. The pacing of the opening section. What? A good time. Really? Office computers. Bloop bloop. Bloop bloop. Bloop bloop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Button sounds. Each sound is a keystroke and a synthesized tone. That's it? I don't know if I know what I just went through. To be honest, I feel like my brain hurts. I really do. And even now, I don't really know where I should be going.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How
What?
they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Yep. So.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No,
What?
perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Well, I guess I got smooshed. And I think that's okay. Is that it? Well, I guess I'll just sit here. It's definitely not it. As I literally sit here, scratching my head, contemplating what I just went through. If this part is fast forwarded, don't wonder why. Maybe I'll just say thanks now. Thanks guys for watching. I don't know what just happened, but that was the Stanley Parable. I played the demo. I thought it was insane, so I needed to bring you guys along for it. Yeah, so follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Favorite the video, like it. All these things help me out a lot, guys. All right. Guess that's it. I don't know what happened. And I guess that's the end of the game. I know it's a very short game, but it's a very broad game. So anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys really liked it, there's 1,001 endings because you can do 1,001 different things and it's different every time. So go out and buy it. Go out and get it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.